So that's what I call a goddamn bloody miracle.
She was on her white horse alone, facing the whole English army, and she drove them away. And now, Leon is free. We lost Orleans.
I want that girl. I want that girl burned.
Hello and welcome back to the Jeithof. My name is Barbara and I'm here with Mike Cavalli, and we have a spiritual session together, and I'm happy that you join us
today. Okay, super. So 3rd of July, let's see what questions we've got going there, Barbara, today. We've got quite a few questions today, very interesting ones that Barbara compiled.
Yes.
So let's see.
Okay, the first question is the split into two different dimensions starting right now?
No, and that's because it started in 2020.
Okay.
Right,
okay.
It already started. What happened in 2020 really kick-started a lot of things.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a yes, yeah. So.
And can she tell us how long it will last, this two world split?
Okay, so she just showed me two numbers, 2 and 5, which was 25. So it could be another generation or two, but it could also just be a decade. It really depends on how many more people in the collective come along, but we'll see it in our lifetime.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay, next question. How long will the two world split last? Okay, I think that.
How long will
the two world split last?
How long will they split? One of the things about the splitting is, remember, the splitting is really a cleansing, and then the two worlds will kind of merge together again, but it will be like, let's say, me trying to work in a scientific laboratory. I'll exist, I'll live, but I won't have a clue what's going on.
Okay.
And so that's what the kind of thing will be. There needs to be the separation to reveal all these, how the conscious mind has been suppressed over the hundreds and hundreds of years. And once that's really fully open, then once there's sufficient people, the two worlds will come together and there'll be a coexistence.
Okay.
Because the divine looks after everyone, even the ones that we think don't look or need taken care of.
Wow.
Correct.
Super.
Yeah.
Okay. Third question. Is it correct that people who couldn't manage to develop higher consciousness have to repeat the evolution process and have to start back from the very beginning?
Okay, so I think the answer to this is no, and the reason for this is if their root vibration is of 3D, of consumerism, excessive consumerism, not ordinary consumerism, but I need a new car, I need a new TV, all the new iPhones, I've got to have that, then these people will probably come back, because the third dimension, what's left of it, is the only place that will support that vibration. In the fifth, you don't even have the inclination or the need to want any of that. And you'll see many people that light workers, real light workers, don't even have a television.
Yeah.
And their iPhone is 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. I mean, I change my phone when it's broke.
Yes. Me too.
And so, yes, so this is how it will pan out. Yes.
Okay. Fourth question. Is it correct that people who got vaccinated have to repeat the evolution process that lasts for 30 million years?
Wow, I don't know what kind of God would want to put anyone through that. But no, this is the danger. Some pundits, some so-called light workers put out outlandish information. And it all depends on the individual at the end of the day. And we have to remember that some people came here down on the earth plane for whatever situation and took the bullet for a lot of people. So no, the answer to that is no. This would be a very, very cruel God to put people through 30 million years of repeating the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's somebody said that it will happen like this, but it's not.
I mean,
there's many information outside.
There's a lot of people who claim to be
in the book
channelers.
of Ra. It's said like that. In the book of Ra.
Okay. Yeah. Who wrote the book of Ra, by the way? Do we know?
I don't know.
We're coming to a point now where the only information that's going to be truthful is that we are going to channel. And even if you don't believe you're a channeler, you are getting information. And when you keep raising your vibration, you'll get the information and you will learn how to trust it, because whatever man has written is largely a lie. I mean, there's some elements of truth in it, but, you know, we have to really, it's being revealed to us now how everything of any value that's being reported to us is of very little truth. Going back to Jeanne's time, you know, Jeanne, when she had a letter dictated that she wanted to give to her troops somewhere else in France, she would sign it with a cross. And that cross meant that whatever's in that letter, do the opposite. Because in case it got captured, the guy got captured and the letter was stolen, they would be receiving wrong information. So this idea of wrong information, here it was done for a good reason, but now we've seen the darkness. Just as one other example, look, it doesn't matter who you vote. If you saw the political debate with Biden and Trump, the press is still reporting how sharp as a nail Biden was. And for the life of me, you have to be completely stupid to believe that. And this is not a political statement I made, it is a fact. But they're still continuing the nonsense. And so that's, I've gone off track, but anyway, it doesn't matter.
Okay, thank you. The next question. Is it correct that the dark time age, which is called the Kaliyuga, ended this year at the 15th of January?
Yes, ish. And I've asked Jeanne this before, because we say that Jeanne lived in the Dark Ages, and she told me, no, we now are in the Dark Ages, and she told me that long before this. And then she told me, I think I channeled it as well, one of my old channels, that it come to an end. So we have been literally living in the Dark Ages. She came onto the earth plane at a time after a great reset, when the super intelligent beings collapsed. So maybe they weren't so super intelligent after all. But anyway.
Okay, and I want to know, is it correct also that the Kaliyuga time age lasted for 432,000 years?
Yeah. And I think the number 432, I think 432 hertz is the number the universe vibrates at. I think so. I'd have to check on that.
Yeah, I have chicken skin now. It's great. Okay.
And actually, sorry, I think it makes the sound of om as well.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'll have to check that.
Cool. The seventh question. The aim for most light workers was to destroy the false matrix from within. Are we successful in collapsing the false matrix?
So, was one of the main purposes to collapse the false matrix? Yes, that was one of the purposes, but it wasn't the sole purpose. And what was the second part?
Are we successful in collapsing this false matrix?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's evident to see for everyone, if you've got the eyes to see.
Yeah. Perfect. Eighth question. Is it true that for the next 3 years, the two worlds, which means the fourth and the fifth dimension, will take place on Earth at the same time, but the people from the two different dimensions will get more and more invisible for each other?
So yes, and we're already in the fourth, and I spoke about this in my talk on Ascension 5D. The fourth dimension is often seen as a destructive, but it's not. It's a cleansing. It's a cleansing energy, and again we can see this. The old world is collapsing, and this is courtesy of the fourth dimension. And yes, the two people will become invisible, not physically invisible. They'll just be immune to each other. That's the thing. The only difference is that the people that are in this fifth dimensional way of thinking will be more open to want the people to come back in the flock, but they won't go looking anymore for people.
Okay.
They have to find their own way, so it's leaving the door open for people.
Exactly.
But it won't be invisible,
Okay.
as in
That's
see them
good.
with the eye.
That's good. Okay. Do the children and pets join the dimension in which their parents switch? Because they don't make their own
No.
decisions?
No. You see, we're all connected. We talk about soul families and soul groups. Yes, that's part of it, but we are all one. And so you will go where the light is best for you.
Okay.
I want to go where all the dogs and cats are, because I know that's going to be a very high vibration. So for example, if you're living or trying to live your life in the fifth dimension way of life, but let's say your parents have been, for want of a better phrase, real assholes, gambling money, drinking, smoking, just being terrible way of living, their vibration is 3D. Okay, so when you pass, you go into the fifth. When they pass, they'll either have to come back because this is the vibration that they're suited to, or they may be given the opportunity to go to the halls of learning.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But you'll go where your vibration takes you.
Okay. And one more question on this, because I thought that, for example, a 3-year-old child can't make a decision which dimension it will join. But you say that even with 3 years, the child decides the dimension.
Well, because the soul decides.
Okay, super.
In any case, there's some 3-year-old child's more intelligent than adults, so
Okay.
they haven't been corrupt just yet.
Okay. Next question. Is the main goal from the vaccination that the human beings get separated from their soul? And is the vaccination process a robbery of the souls, which makes people as human beings?
Okay, so that was one of the intentions. There was many intentions. But as I've said, I think I said before, and Jeanne spoke to me, the soul is not for sale. And it can never be taken away.
Okay.
So don't worry about this. It's true that what happened to some people, there's an energy center above the crown, and some people that took it affected some form of connection to the higher realms, but even that doesn't last. No, this whole thing was a disaster for them. It didn't pan out how it wanted to. The divine will not allow his children to be transmuted or destroyed.
Okay.
And that goes for all the other life on the planet, this little one here as well.
Okay, very good. Next question, the 11th question. The fourth dimension will be a world with bio-robots which have no soul and no emotions. Is it correct that these people will not know what love is?
Okay, the second part is probably easiest. Will these people not know?
Or a cyborg future?
They'll know what love is, but just won't know how to use it. And we can see this with a lot of people now already. From what I understand and what she's telling me now is it won't be like they're just robots that are existing. Let's say they can be robot-like, but we've seen this with a lot of people, you know, walking down the street, you go down Mariahilferstrasse, they got their phones and they're just oblivious.
Yeah.
I mean, we can look at it in those terms as well. I think we can get carried away with how they want to plan things. We know how they want things to be planned, but I don't see it from my connection with what Jeanne said that any of this is going to happen. The fourth will be purely a playground for cleansing.
Okay, yeah. And it will end in self-destroyness or not?
Let's ask her. Will this end in self-destruction? No, but for those who want self-destruction, yes. But the fourth will be kind of like, it'll always be there, thank you. It'll be like a bath or a bathroom in an apartment. Okay, you know, you've got to go in there and have a clean sometimes, have a wash and cleanse yourself down. Some people don't need it because they're out in the fresh air and they're in the lakes and they're living this healthy life. This is a metaphor, of course. Others will need to be kicked into the bath, so to speak.
Okay.
And that's what the fourth is. I mean, we're crossing now. We've got 3, 4, and 5 all sort of mixing in. I'm not saying I'm in the fifth completely in certain areas. There's certain areas where I'm in the third and certain areas where I'm crossing into the fourth. So, but as long as you keep striving for that higher vibration, then you'll be okay.
Super. Okay. And the 12th question, the fifth dimension and higher dimensions will be the return to the source, which is Garden Eden. Okay.
The fifth dimension we could see as the Garden of Eden, but returning to the source needs to go a lot higher. So Jeanne is as close to the source as you can possibly be before becoming the source.
Okay, wow. Okay. 13th question. Will the people of the fourth dimension wipe out all life on Earth one day? Okay.
The divine will never let that happen.
Okay. And will they be able to even destroy the whole planet? No.
I can see her laughing here.
Because I got the information that from the Saturn, the stones around the Saturn was once a planet.
Could be. Let's ask Jeanne. Was it a planet, Jeanne, at some point? Yes.
Yeah. So before it was possible.
Yeah. But you know, we mess about with words as well. I mean, Pluto used to be a planet, and then for some reason they downgraded it, and it's no longer a planet. It's like I don't know. It's like cutting off the top of a blanket and sewing it on the other end and telling everyone you've got a bigger blanket. It doesn't make sense what we do anymore. Everything that science is doing is beginning to reveal itself as stupidity now.
Yeah. That's right.
You know, how can you downgrade a planet? I mean, what gives you the authority to downgrade a planet?
Yeah.
It's
crazy.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't get bogged down too much in all of this, to be honest. But
Okay. And the 14th question. Is it correct that we have several parallel Earths next to each other but in different dimensions?
yes. And remember, this is the reason the world is expanding, because every time we make a thought, its energy, its frequency, and it goes out there and it expands. And when we speak, it's frequency, and so it's continually expanding and continually creating. And the same in these other dimensions, where there's another Michael probably doing this with another Barbara, creating, thinking, expanding.
Interesting.
It's so big we can't grasp it,
Yeah.
let's be honest.
Wow. Okay, and now the last question, 15th question. Is it correct that every 26,000 years a new planet like Earth is born within seconds from extraterrestrial species which have creative power?
Okay, well...
Lightened species.
Yeah. First of all, okay, she said don't get bogged down in the numbers again, but new planets are being created all the time, and it's because of our consciousness that's being created. The divine also creates new planets, and the Pleiades and these really high vibrational stuff are creating other planets for reasons we don't know yet. I think it's to balance things out a little bit. But yes, it's evolving and developing all the time. Timeline, it doesn't exist in linear time, because the way they work in everything's concurrent. So when you go home, you will exist in the past, present and future all at the same time. I mean, that's like being drunk, isn't it? You won't know where you are from the earthly perspective, but once you cross over and you've got rid of all the earthly hang-ups, you will be able to live concurrently with past, present and future.
Okay, and is it true that when we heal our past lives, then our future is going to be different, more easy?
No, because the future hasn't been made yet. There are different possibilities.
Okay.
And if you heal the past, you might still choose to take a difficult future.
Okay.
I mean, my personal thing is, I think we get too bogged down in healing the past. To a degree, I think that's good. But we must remember we're living now, in this moment. And, as the saying goes, do something today your future self will thank you for.
Yeah.
So if we keep ourselves in the present moment, then we can move forward. But to spend too much time worrying about what I did in a past life and can I heal from a past life is, to me, I think, becomes an endless cycle.
Okay.
All I know about one of my past lives is the time I spent with Jeanne. And I don't want to know anything else. I don't want to know what happened before or what happened after, because I'm living now.
Okay.
And this is where, for me, I want to heal. So, and works,
Perfect.
I think, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
Yeah.
goody good. So, Barbara, what's going on at Jeidhof?
Yeah, we start our autumn program at the 31st of August. There will come Petra, which is a woman, and she's talking about new healing methods, which are very natural. It's like, it's called the germanische Heilkunde, German natural healing. And you get the insights, you get very important informations that the body can heal almost everything, that a virus doesn't exist, and things like that. And it's very important to know it, because the next time when you want to go to a hospital, you can decide, is it really important to go there, or are there other options which I can choose easily, and it's not expensive, you don't need any like drugs from the drugstore, and you can heal with the new knowledge.
Super. And he is coming here.
She's coming here to the Eidhof, and then continually every Saturday there will be different speakers. And also Mike is joining me 3 times until December. So every week there is taking place a very intense circle, and I hope you want to join us.
Yeah.
And yeah,
we'll keep it announced on the Telegram group and the various other places.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a beautiful area down here. You're out of the city, 100 kilometres from Vienna, but you'd think you're deep into the countryside. But you're not actually. It's a really beautiful place down here, and you can feel the nature, you can feel the opportunity, I guess, to feel your body again and breathe. So, and of course we've got this little one here, who's just a joy to be around, who will make you feel good if you're feeling at your lowest. So anyway, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much, and see you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.